In this video, we're looking at the same council, same property, same hazard, two completely different outcomes. Two enforcement officers, same council, same property, same hazard, two completely different outcomes. One officer walks in, sees a piece of lino coming away at the edge of the bath, issues an improvement notice, time to fix it. Another walks in, sees the same lino and issues a fine on the spot. That's not theory, that's what we're seeing on the ground every single week. And if you don't know which type of officer is visiting your property, you're already at risk. Here's what most agents and landlords don't understand. Every local authority sets its own enforcement policies, what they prioritize, how aggressive they are, what they're targeting this month. That varies from authority to authority. And within the same authority, different officers can look at the same property and reach completely different conclusions. Because Category 1 hazards are discretionary. What one officer sees as minor, another sees as a fine. And what starts as a Category 2 hazard, if left unaddressed, can escalate into a Category 1 hazard over time, at which point it no longer becomes discretionary. It must be acted upon by every officer in every authority, no exceptions. And since 27th December 25, they have the legal duty, the investigative powers, and the funding to do exactly that. The Decent Home Standard is already being employed by many authorities, even before it becomes formally mandatory. And they have 18 different legal frameworks they can use against you, not just HHSRS, 18. Here's where it gets serious. If an officer walks in and finds a Category 2 hazard that has escalated, the fine can be up to £40,000 per offence. Issued directly, no court. And if your tenant turns around and says, this has been here since they moved in, the burden of proof sits with you, not them. Tenants are seen as the victim. If you don't have documented records, if your inspections were cosmetic, if you can't show what your property looked like at this specific point in time, you cannot defend yourself, and your legal team cannot easily change a civil penalty. How do you argue against a cracked tile? And every day you don't know what's inside your property, managed properties. It's another day, the clock is ticking. Why we're different? Your head office can tell you what the law says. Your legal team can tell you what the law says. AI can tell you what the law says, but none of them can tell you which authorities are being aggressive right now. None of them can tell you what your local enforcement officer is prioritizing this month. None of them can tell you whether your officer visits, the officer that visits your property tomorrow will issue an improvement notice or fine on the spot. We can, right? Because we're in those rooms. We work alongside local authority enforcement teams across England every single day. We have those relationships. We track what is happening locally and authority by authority, and we bring that intelligence to you. This is not something that you can get on just from one of those random courses or website or heard a voice briefing. It comes from 30 years of relationship built from the ground up. What's the solution? And this is exactly why we've built our bespoke CRM system, specifically for landlords and letting agents. There's nothing else like this on the market. It includes Category 1 and Category 2 hazard assessment tools built directly into it. It guides you through what to look for. It helps you record it correctly. It stores your evidence. It tracks what has changed between inspections. And at any stage, if you need us to produce a formal report, we can do quickly and easily because that everything is already there. That report gives you documented evidence of what your property looked like at a specific point in time. So when an officer finds something, you can show exactly when it was appeared, and that changes everything from a fine and to an improvement notice, from an enforcement action to a conversation. What action do you need to take? Let's just quickly recap. Book your free 30-minute consultation below. Let me tell you exactly what's happening in your local authority right now and what you need to make sure that the officer who walks into your property leaves with an improvement notice and not a fine at the very least. Right, and also make sure you sign up for our free membership. You'll receive regular intelligence on enforcement activity in your area, specific to your local authority as it happens. Don't leave your outcome in the hands of whoever happens to knock on your door. Come to us first, right? And Plus, if you haven't already, make sure you book a category 1 and category 2 hazard risk assessment done while the prices are still low, right? And also, it is absolutely imperative for you to get yourself trained up, right? And that way, inquire about the landlord's training, because your tenants are getting trained up, right? But landlords are not. So you need to understand the gaps there. And so while we're doing it at crazy low prices, right? Make sure book your free consultation to discuss any of these issues, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.